Drake just shattered Spotify, and the whole game's watching. Listen, we ain't here to play games or waste your time with fluff. This is Celeb Clope, and if you're about that hip-hop life, if you breathe this culture, you need to hit that subscribe button right now because what we're about to break down is the exact reason why the rap game will never be the same. No cap. Drake just did something that's got the entire industry shook. 1 billion streams on Spotify in 20 days. Not 20 weeks. Not 20 months. 20 damn days in 2026, and he's the first rapper to pull it off this year. Now, before you scroll past thinking this is just another flex story, understand something crucial. This isn't just about numbers. This is about power, influence, and the kind of cultural stranglehold that separates legends from everyone else chasing clout. See, most artists out here praying for one viral moment, one song that'll get them through the algorithm's pulley gates. Drake's operating on a completely different frequency. While the rest of the game is scrambling for streams, he's out here treating billion-stream milestones like it's another Tuesday. That's the difference between playing the game and owning it. But here's where it gets real interesting, and this is why you're going to want to stay locked in with Celeb Clope because we dig deeper than the headlines. This achievement isn't just about his latest drop. Drake's winning because his entire catalog is a machine that never stops working. While new artists are one-hit wonders fading into obscurity, tracks like One Dance are still pulling 3.7 billion streams and climbing. God's Plan is still in rotation at every cookout, every party, every moment somebody needs that vibe. His old music doesn't retire, it just keeps eating. That's strategic brilliance disguised as effortless talent. Drake understands something fundamental that most of these rappers miss completely. Longevity isn't about the moment, it's about building a catalog that lives forever. Every album, every feature, every lissy he drops becomes another soldier in an army that's constantly working for him, pulling streams while he's probably courtside or in the studio cooking up the next wave. And if you think Spotify is the only battlefield he's dominating, you're not paying attention. Drake's the most streamed artist on Apple Music too. He's got 8 albums currently on the Billboard 200, more than any other male artist right now. Think about that for a second. 8 projects simultaneously charting. That's not luck. That's not even just talent. That's understanding the business, the culture, and exactly how to keep people coming back for more. What separates Drake from the pack isn't just bars or melodies, it's versatility wrapped in accessibility. He can drop a street anthem that gets the hood moving, then flip it and give you something your mom's gonna play at brunch. He crosses demographics like he's got a passport to every audience imaginable. Young, old, different cultures, different continents, they're all tapped in. That's power you can't manufacture. You gotta earn it through consistency and evolution. Now here's what really makes this moment significant, and make sure you're subscribed to Celeb Clope because we're gonna keep tracking this story as it unfolds. Drake's sitting on over 120 billion total streams on Spotify. Let that marinate. That's not just artist numbers, that's building a streaming empire that most labels would kill for. He's basically a corporation disguised as a rapper, and every release is another revenue stream in a business model that's been perfected over years of calculated moves. The streets are talking about Iceman, his upcoming album, and the anticipation is through the roof. After hitting 1 billion streams in 20 days without even dropping the project yet, imagine what happens when Iceman actually lands. The predictions are wild, people talking about him breaking his own records, potentially reshaping what's possible in the streaming era. And honestly, based on his track record, betting against Drake at this point is just bad business. But let's keep it 100 about what this really means for hip-hop. Drake's success isn't happening in a vacuum. Every time he moves the goalpost, it changes what's expected from everyone else. New artists coming up are being measured against standards that didn't exist before he rewrote the playbook. That's pressure, but it's also inspiration. It proves that with the right vision, consistency, and understanding of your audience, the ceiling is literally non-existent. What's the secret sauce, though? How does someone maintain this level of dominance for over a decade in a genre that typically chews people up and spits them out after a couple years? It's not just talent, because the game's full of talented artists who never break through. It's not just marketing, because plenty of artists have major label machines behind them and still fall off. It's the combination of understanding culture, adapting without losing your core, and making music that soundtracks people's actual lives, not just their playlists. Drake's music is there for the celebration, the heartbreak, the grind, the victory lap. He's created a soundtrack for modern existence, and that's why the streams don't stop. People aren't just listening to songs, they're accessing emotions, memories, moments that his music has become inseparable from. That's the real achievement behind these numbers. The game's watching, the industry's calculating, and everyone's wondering if Iceman is gonna push things even further into uncharted territory. Based on everything we've seen, it's not a question of if, but by how much. And that's exactly why you need to stay locked in with Celeb Clope, because we're going to be right here breaking down every move, every record, every moment that shapes the culture. Drake's billion streams in 20 days isn't the end of the story. It's just another chapter in a saga that keeps getting wilder. The throne's occupied, and he's not moving. The real question is, who's bold enough to even try taking it? Keep that subscription active because the next wave's already building, and we're tracking every ripple,